Something that's very interesting to me is just asking questions to the rest of the world, gaining their perspective from a different country and a different culture. So that's what I want to do in this video. I want you to basically size me up and decide, in your country, would I be a small man? Would I be average? Or would I maybe even be slightly above average as far as my physical size? So as far as how much I weigh, it's going to change from day to day, but I'm somewhere around like 168 pounds, I guess. 168 pounds would be kind of the average. And I'm 5'9", which is 69 inches tall. So is that, how would that size, if I was a man where you are, would I be smaller? Would I be larger? Would I be the same as everyone else? It's funny because people who have watched my videos, knowing that about a third of my DNA is Iberian Spanish, a third of it basically being German, so 2/3 of me already is come from there. But specifically, people said that I have kind of a German girth about me, that I seem pretty solid in a way that maybe a Spanish person from Spain would not. They would have thinner features and thinner bone structure, but having that German DNA kind of makes me more solid. That was something that I've heard more than once in the comment section of my videos. So knowing that I'm about a third German, about a third Spanish, and then I guess we could say a little over a fifth Native American via Mexico, which would be mine or Aztec or something like that. And if you want to see an exact breakdown of my DNA test results through MyHeritage, you can just check out my channel trailer. It breaks it down exactly and puts it on the screen and everything. But it makes me wonder, because it's not, and here in America, I'm slightly shorter than the average man. The average man in America is somewhere around 5'10", so the average man in America is probably more like this, something like that. So I'm not noticeably short, but it's like I'm not noticeably too skinny either. And it's funny because actually, with me being a vegan for 5 years, and knowing that, was it 6 out of 10 Americans are overweight? So by default, as an American, that sort of by default makes me on the lean side, like a little smaller than maybe the average man would be. But I just wonder how that looks on a global scale. So in where you are in the world, would I be and by the way, my BMI, I'm only a pound or two shy of being overweight as far as my BMI goes, being 5'9" and pushing anything beyond 170 pounds for a man my height is overweight. So I'm always flirting with just a few pounds in reach of that. And that's with me being a vegan for over 5 years, only eating vegetables and fruit and beans and grains and nuts and seeds, but not eating any meat or eggs or dairy, And so just imagine, and that's with me exercising regularly, but I'm still just a few pounds from almost being overweight in my BMI. So tell me about your perception. I love this because the way I see it, reality is not necessarily our own version of reality. Reality is what we perceive as real versus everyone else's combined. And then we can begin to get the good picture, the big picture. I want to know what you think in the comments. Size me up. Where I'm from, where you're from, would I be average? Would I be smaller than average man or larger? I want to know your perception of reality.